Oh, well, it looks like the rest of humanity is still asleep. So it looks like it's just the CIA, the NRO, shadow government, me and the elite in the room. Okay. Since we're the only ones listening to each other here, you think I don't know that you sent the rest of humanity down a trail of stupid like Hansel and Gretel so that they can look for that cake of happiness that they're never gonna get? You think I don't know this? I stopped chasing that cake because I realized it was an illusion. The whole fairy tale of modern day happiness, it's a lie. I also know that you pay celebrities, like you and the celebrities are in cahoots. And you have set things up to where when people completely lose their mind to the parasites in their system, that you're going to go hide in a bunker while the rest of us get to battle some sort of non-human human that has been lost into the pool of stupid. You think I don't know what you're doing? Some of us do. And doesn't matter whether or not other humans are on board, I still plan to stop you. I already put things into effect just in case I died. It's fortunately for me, I guess, that I can't die, but just so you understand, I already spun the wheel of karma. I did the karmic dance. The one that, like, none of us are talking about. I did that karmic dance to take you down. And so it's game over. I've already lost the snakes in my system. Like, they're on their way out no matter what. Because I refuse to put a McDonald's Happy Meal in my fucking unhappy face. But that's the way you want me, so considering that's the way you want me, I'm going to find a way to defy that. I'm going to find different, stupid, simple ways to make myself happy because that counteracts whatever you're doing. The more happy I become, the more miserable you become. And so I'm going to go out and look for that quarter on the ground so that I can be happy. I'm going to go out and look for that beautiful thing in life so that I can be happy. And I'm going to make sure it's free. I'm going to make sure whatever I find happiness with is free because that absolutely counteracts it. So all you idiots that don't know what's going on, every time you buy a Coke product or a name brand product, what the elite do is they pool that money together and they go pay off some big corporate, some giant fat elite so that they can hunt children on Epstein Island. And now the Netherlands, they're planning to do that to New Zealand. Like, you have a clue? No, you don't. You're too busy trying to make yourself happy with things that are never going to make you happy. Chasing relationships that are never going to make you happy. You think you're in love with that person, but you're under a fucking spell. It's called a narcissistic spell, which is what has been spun on all of humanity. So, like the elite, every time I try to connect with a person, I just see it more and more. They have people so self-absorbed that they can't see what's going on. And so the more people use substances, the more they dip into the screen, the more they do things without thinking, the more lost they get. If you do not live your life with intention, then you're living it on autopilot. You are the NPC. And then once again, the elites get to claim the planet, but I'm not going to let that happen. If it's only me that's left standing, then so be it. The elite will not win this. All of the people on the Epstein files, if it's only me you're up against, you're still not going to win. Why? Because I know how to play the game. And so I've already created my alternate reality. Did that. Didn't need money, turns out. You guys are like, you're going to be very upset, Elite, to understand how much money you blow when it could have been for free. Could have been on someone else's dime. Well, you already do everything on someone else's dime. Do you understand that, general public? The elite are doing everything on your dime because you buy their bullshit. You buy name brand products. You buy the next hot music on the charts. You pay into the system of things. You have to have that set of kitchenware. You have to have this. You have to have that. And in having to have, you fall into the cycle. You fall into the system. I just needed a comfortable place to sit. So I used what I had. I had a wooden outdoor lawn couch. I put different boards on it. I had memory foam and I had fabric and made myself a little somewhere comfortable to sit because I've been sitting on hard furniture and uncomfortable furniture for years now because I'm towing the line of the rest of humanity who keeps making themselves more comfortable, doing a spiritual bypass, avoiding your emotions, avoiding the deep dive, being shallow motherfuckers. And so I sit up in here taking all of the discomfort that humanity refuses to because you don't understand the game. The elites need you to go and make yourself more comfortable so that they can go and take more children on your dime. You are funding the hunt for more children. The money that they use to buy, sell, and trade children, it came from you. It came from buying Tide. It came from buying name brand products, Coca-Cola, Dove, all of these products that are actually designed to keep you more stupefied. There's so many chemicals in them that it has you put to sleep like a gas that you don't even know is there. And so I am just highly frustrated with people for not seeing this. I guess the only reason why I could see it was because I actually could not afford to buy the products. And when I could afford to buy the products, I didn't want to pay that price. I'd rather cut corners on the cash. Like, I'd rather save my money to go do something fun than to spend extra money on detergent that I could actually make myself and it would actually be healthier for me. The foods that come in a box, they taste like shit, but you wouldn't know it because you've been eating it for a while. You're desensitized. And so that's what they've done to people ever since school. That's what that school desk is for. Why they made you feel bad for sitting in it. It was to desensitize you. That's what church is for. It's to desensitize you. You're all caught up in the ooh and ah and holy and the Bible story and what's making you feel warm and fuzzy that you don't see the bigger picture. And I absolutely know because I had to force myself to give up the warm and fuzzy. I had to force myself to give up the current social construct. But also, whatever makes me special, I was not allowed to participate. Evidently, I'm not allowed to be happy. Okay, then I'm going to be happy being miserable. I'm going to be happy being mad at the elite. I'm going to be happy deconstructing everything. I'm going to be happy tearing things apart. Going Captain Destructo on things. That'll make me happy. Because what makes me sick is watching people spend countless dollars on all this product when I know the product is paying for the bullets and the torture that they are doing to children. What? Because you don't see it, it doesn't happen? How about the shipping containers full of kids? That happened. There's videos of that all over the internet. That happened. But you're still going to go and feel comfortable spending buku bucks on name brand bags and clothing and shoes and a new TV, more of this, more of that. Yeah, I'm going to shame the fuck out of people. You should be ashamed of yourself. You're paying for the elites to torture children. You're paying for the shipping containers. You're paying for the shipment. You're paying for the bullets. You're paying for the joyride that they had in torturing children. So, you know what? I think that we should put more of society, not just the elites, anybody that is continuing to make themselves cozy while they get away with torturing children. I think you should be up on the stand too, because let me tell you what, from my experience as a victim, what was worse than the villain were the people turning a blind eye. Were the people saying, oh, that didn't happen, that's not happening, or they just went along with their lives like it wasn't happening. I sat here and starved to death while people were too busy hating me and couldn't, never mind the things that I did for them, never mind how I went out of my way for them. They sat here and ate in front of me knowing I was starving to death. So people have no conscience. And if that's the case, then yeah, you do deserve to die. If you're going to live without a conscience, then yeah, you do deserve to die. Because that's exactly what the elites are doing, and that's what they need you to do. So every Thursday night, when you go and sit down and watch your sitcom, every fucking Thursday, that's a ritual. And you've been sucked into the celebrity bullshit, and you're a contributor. Every time you pay for that high dollar cable TV, I might have to turn my Netflix off. I did that before, but I wanted some cartoons. So, this is where every time I do what I want, I feel bad for it, and I'm very unhappy about it. Because I can't sleep at night knowing I contributed. How can you? How can you? You're going to sit back in that easy chair, that big cozy chair, and think about all them children locked in metal storage containers on shipping boats while you're sitting there comfortable. And the chair you bought, potentially from Wayfair or wherever else, funds their sick hobbies. You're going to sit there and enjoy that. This is why the Bohemian way needs to come back in. Funny, the Bohemian Grove. I wonder if the Bohemian way of lifestyle counteracts that. Anyways, I make things myself to counteract what they're doing. I'm not gonna go out and buy a cozy couch and sit there and think about how the money I paid for that couch is funding a shipping container full of children's shipment. I'm not. I can't sit on a couch and think about that. I might as well make myself a hammock and string it from wall to wall and enjoy that. Because at least that didn't pay for shipping a bunch of children to an island for the elites to torture. So understand where your dollars are going, people. When you go and buy name brand things, it's paying for the human trafficking. It's paying for the bullets that they're using to torture people with. It's paying for the hunt. Do you understand? I refuse to cooperate with that. And I refuse to let people continue being comfortable in doing so. So this is why I suggest people buy their things used, get back to a bohemian lifestyle. It is not this is where they pulled the wool over your eyes. It's not a style of furniture or decorating. Bohemian means you didn't go buy that brand new. That's what bohemian means. Bohemian means you either got it for free or a low price by getting it used, and you repurpose that and customize it to your own needs instead of taking it at face value. And like, this is where, well, I'm supposed to take everybody else on here that's faking, all this fakery, I'm supposed to take that at face value. Well, like, I'm speaking truth, and nobody wants to take that at face value. That's because you're used to buying lies. It's no wonder I can't stand humanity right now. You want me to participate with your bullshit. You want me to become one of you. Dive into the pool of demise. I already did that. No, thank you. Once I'm out, I'm out. I'm not joining back in. The whole relationship spin, like, all of this, they have you. It's not that relationships shouldn't exist. It's that they painted a Betty Crocker idea for you. And you're trying to live that out every day. So, yep, I'm going to need a break from humanity for a while. So, my grandma said, if you can't say anything nice, don't say it at all. However, that is wrong. If you can't say anything nice, then maybe you should just say it. Get it over with. Get it off your chest. Clear the air. And so that is the anti-apology letter. No, I'm not going to apologize to people for hurting their feelings because they need to understand what they're doing. Oh, have I offended you? My bad. And this is where being good gets me nowhere. So I can't afford to be the good person. I can't afford to be the nice person. Because, like, you know what they do to nice people. Which is why you're not trying to be the nice person either. You just pretend to be. And I'm tired of pretending. What's wrong with that? And so, like, I am so tired of catering to humans. Understand, humans, if you don't see the light of day, if you don't wake up to understand where things go, think worst case scenario. Worst case scenario. So while you're stupefied, being cozy, buying into the game of things, what they've done is beefed up the parasites in your system. And so what is eating you on the inside, you're going to be brain dead before you even know it. You're going to be brain dead and you won't even know it. Your body will be on autopilot. And what's inside of you is not human. What is inside of you is the reptilian, because it's been hiding in plain sight, basically inside of everybody, especially in America. And they've been feeding us meat for at least 100 years, human meat, for at least 100 years, according to the science that I discovered. And so what's going to happen is a combination of mad cow and rabies. What does that mean? Oh, let's refer to the Bible verse. And the dead in Christ shall rise. Says something about meeting Jesus in the air, but that's absolutely not going to happen. It's part of the illusion. The dead in Christ shall rise. Your soul will leave your body, but your body is still going to be here with the parasite in it, making life on earth hell for other people. Because while your soul ascends, your body turns into a zombie and starts eating other people, because that's what the body was trained to do in the scheme of things. And so this is how the Bible has been framed as a lie. I'm not saying there's not truth to it, but what I am saying is the wording of things has been used to put you into a slumber. And so you have to say things backwards in order to unwash your brain, undo the brainwashing. And so if people are not going to get it, then I don't know what to tell people. But the elites understand it doesn't matter what other people do. So long as there's one counteracting you, your shit's not going to work. What do you know? The CIA, NRO, DARPA, it's not the whole, it's the shadow part of these governments tried to take me out, and what do you know? It didn't work. And that's because what I am doing is working, and I'm going to keep doing it. Programs don't work until you work them, so work it until it works. And if you're just saying that because you're in NA or AA, then joke's on you for not working that program. Because the substance abuse that was programmed into the system of things, you have not detoxed. You might have stopped using, but you still have all those chemicals in your system. And until you do specific detoxing, you're not going to get rid of it. And until you detox, you're going to crave the substances. You're going to crave the personal help. And so, elites, again, it doesn't matter what the rest of humans do. I'm counteracting you. So what is working against, essentially what you're doing to other people is going to happen to you. Because that's the magic of the magic. By me counteracting you, what you're doing to others is going to happen to you. So this is why celebrities are looking a little scary. Because what I'm doing is counteracting them. And so they're going to become ugly. They're going to lose their beauty, and you're going to see what they've been hiding this whole fucking time. And it will be worth all that I went through so that people can finally see it. Elites, I might not be able to wrap my hands around your throat and squeeze, but I'll take what I can get. And so understand that it doesn't matter how you try to stop me. I'm going to find another way to get around the red tape that you keep putting up for me, because I was born to do it. It was my job when I was born to counteract you. I know that it might not have been on purpose to begin with. I might have accidentally on purpose did things to counteract you, but now that I know what I know, I'm absolutely doing it on purpose. And I am finding any and every way to counteract you. And it does not matter if other people help me. They'll wake up when they wake up, but I'm awake. And so I'm just going to keep going. It's not witchcraft if it's self-defense, and it wasn't even witchcraft to begin with. Again, normal citizens, they already put things inside of us. And if we don't extract them, then you become as bad as them. Part of it is the emotional and spiritual awakening. But there's a physical part to it. If you do not detox, then you become them. And choosing to do so is actually pretty criminal. It's one thing to do it accidentally, but to do it on purpose, becoming like the elites, becoming like the celebrities, that's criminal. And so I'm not trying to become one of them. I'm trying to wake up humans. Because what is coming next, you're going to want to be awake for. You're not going to want to be the one that's mentally asleep when it hits, because you're going to want to brace for impact on what's next. Truly horrible things are coming for us. I hope you know. They call it revelations, but no. They did this on purpose. And so what the elites and the Vaticans like to do is they find things in the Bible and then they make it come true for you. And in this, they get to control the script and keep you in a poor mentality. And so whether you have money or not, you're going to make decisions based on the poor mentality, or being afraid to be poor, or thinking you're never going to be poor. Money should not be an object, period. Like, again, the fact that people keep buying into things. The 7 deadly sins and the 7 virtues, they will, like, if you live too close to one or the other, then they will all kill you. But it's a healthy balance of all of them that you find life. And the humans have the elites have taken the extreme way. In that taking lives, they live better lives than the rest of society, and that's never how it was supposed to be. Never how it was supposed to be. And again, citizens are funding it instead of handcrafting things themselves and learning how to live without industrial era and corporations. By paying into banks and the banking system and all of that, you become as bad as them. When I do things, I do it once to test my theory. Once I realize my theory is right, it's about figuring out how to counteract that. I hope people start to wake up soon, before more children have to pay the price, before more children die. It should have never gotten this far. And I am angry at the several generations of people that chose not to see this. My daughter was violated at 3. And I did not turn a blind eye. But I have discovered since that there are many mothers that did the opposite of me and called their children liars. Played it off like their kids didn't know what they were talking about. Ignored the problem. Because ignoring the problem makes it go away. How? How? How does ignoring the problem make it go away? Tell me that. It doesn't. It makes the problem spread. When milk is spilt, if you ignore it, does it go away? No, you have to clean it up. If you do not clean it up, it does not go away. It does not matter who spilt the milk. It's time to clean it up. Doesn't matter that I did not do this. The mess needs cleaned up. I have grandchildren on this planet, and I refuse to let humanity continue sleeping through the problem. In that, you are the fucking problem. So yeah, like, if you die in your sleep, I'm not going to cry for you, because you chose that life that led to that. Addictions, you keep picking it up knowing it's bad for you. If you do not have the wherewithal to tell yourself no, then yes, death is evident for you. I chose a different path. So no, I'm not going to waste my time feeling sorry for people anymore. The only ones I feel sorry for are the children and the pets that have to suffer the idiot choices of the adults, the so-called adults on the planet. The fact that the children and the pets and nature, everything but you has to suffer your existence, That's some bullshit. So I really think people do deserve to suffer from their own existence instead of having children, pets, and me suffer for that. So yeah, hopefully that's the way things go. Other people suffer for their own decisions instead of the people around them and the animals and nature.